newest album, Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies, was released a couple of months ago. What kind of reception has it got?
It's been great so far, you know. And you can really feel it at the live shows. You know, there's such an excitement there. The reception's been really good.
You were the guitarist of Anthrax, so how did you end up in Volbeat?
You know, when I decided to make a change, I put a press release out there, you know, that I was moving on from Anthrax, and you know, basically, I think people misread it or misinterpreted the press release, because a lot of people have been asking me, you know, I thought you were, you know, giving up playing guitar, you're going to be a producer now, you know, and that's it. And it was never about that at all. It was just about trying to figure out my next move. You know, I knew I needed to do something, because I just felt like I was spinning my wheels, you know. And nothing against those guys, I love them to death. I mean, they're my family, but I just needed to make a change. And you know, anyway, so when that finally went down, Michael had called me up, you know, to see if I was interested and available to work on the new Volbeat record. You know, it was perfect timing, because yes, I was available, and I'm, you know, a huge fan of the band, and I love the guys as people. I've known them for a few years now, and so you know, we talked about what kind of record it was going to be, and the vision for it, and the sound, and all that stuff. You know, we talked about all of that on the phone, that first conversation, and then, you know, I was literally in Copenhagen, I think 2 days later. It happened so quick, because these guys were ready to go. You know, they were just like, and you know, I think what ended up really happening is the first time I sat down with Michael and just was going over the new material. We just had a great vibe, a great chemistry, and you know, we were collaborating on different things and throwing ideas back and forth, and it was fun. You know, it was really cool. I think that was the catalyst for what was going to happen. You know, a few weeks later when they asked me to join the band. I mean, that's the long and short of it, I guess.
You really want this? Then bring the noise!
So there's a musically quite the big difference between Anthrax and Volbeat. So was it easy for you to like change the style?
You know, it's definitely different, but it's also the spirit is similar. You know. And you know, playing with Volbeat is definitely challenging, because there's actually a lot more guitar, different textures and different colors, and you know, there's acoustic stuff, there's clean guitar parts. There's just a bunch of different stuff that, you know, I was never doing with Anthrax. So it's cool. You know, for me, it's fun.
So on the new album, there is a few songs which you have contributed to. So. What about on the coming albums? Do you want to make more? Yeah,
you know, I think like I said earlier, that first session, I guess you would call it, when I sat down with Michael before we went into the real studio, we were, like I said, collaborating and throwing ideas back and forth, and you know, we put a few songs together. That he had a bunch of tunes that were finished already, and then there were like 4 songs that weren't finished, and those are the ones where we really, you know, I was being creative and collaborating, and it was really cool and really fun. And yeah, of course, I'd love to do more of that. Well, I mean, one thing I could say is, you know, with this new record, the plan is to take it as far as we could take it, you know, and play as many places as possible. So obviously we're playing today here in Finland, and I'm definitely excited about it. It's my first gig with Volbeat here in Finland, so it's exciting, and I hope to be back again soon. You know, I love it here.
So if you wouldn't do what you are doing now, what would you do instead, as a day job? I mean.
I don't know. That's a good question.
You have grown into this occupation, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell I would do. This is kind of like being a musician is kind of. You know, I believe it. You're kind of born with this thing, you know, and I feel like it's in my blood, and it's like that's it.
So So, what are your expectations for tonight's gig here in Sauna Open Air?
I expect it to be a great rock and roll show. You know, it's going to be killer. Finland's always great. The crowds are always awesome. So we just did a meet and greet as well a little while ago, right before this, and you know, there's a lot of excitement out there. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, then let's have the last question. When was the last time you were in sauna?
The last time I was in sauna.
And now I'm not meaning the festival. I mean the sweaty room.
A sweaty room. Actually,
have you ever been?
The fucking bunk on the bus that we have in Europe. The air conditioner screwed up, and my bunk feels like a sauna. But a real proper sauna, I don't even remember. I have no idea.
You have been. You remember that you have been in real sauna sometime, but
I don't even know.
That is the fact that somebody must correct that. Okay, but thank you very much for the interview and have a nice gig this evening.
Thanks, man.